Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. My name is Hallie and I'm so glad you're here. I know that some of you saw the title of today's video and thought to yourself, isn't this a little soon for you to be trying again? And to that I would say yes, but also no. Here's the thing, when I did my first 24-hour challenge, I basically made all the mistakes I could have made. So I have learned from my mistakes and I'm coming into today's video with a completely different game plan. Okay, first thing, I'm not starting it at 10:30 p.m. It is only 4:22 on a Saturday. Decent time to start, I think. Secondly, I will not be trying to go 24 hours straight. I will be doing the 24-hour timer version of this challenge, where I basically just set a 24-hour timer and then I start it every time that I start reading, and I pause it whenever I'm not reading until I have completed 24 hours total. Much smarter, for me at least. Maybe one day I'll tackle the 24 hours straight thing again, but for today, I'm not gonna do that because you know why? I don't want to have another mental breakdown. Things are just starting to go up for me after the Harry Potter video. I had a 5-star read, a 4.5-star read, and I want to keep it going. Okay, I want to keep the momentum going. So that's what we're gonna be doing today. I'm going to be doing 24 hours of reading, and not only that, but I'm going to be reading only romance. Literally the entire time that I was reading thrillers and Harry Potter, I just kept looking over at my bookshelves and like staring at all the romance books that I wanted to be reading. And so clearly that's what I'm in the mood for, and I'm not gonna hold myself back anymore. I'm just gonna eat it up until I'm tired of it. So for today's video, I have picked 3 different romance books. I only picked 3 because, to be honest, I think that 3 is probably like the maximum amount of books that I could read in 24 hours at the rate that I'm at right now. Honestly, I think I might be closer to just like 2.5. I don't want to put too much pressure on myself. I genuinely just want to enjoy this next 24 hours. So I picked 3. If I am somehow a psycho and I finish all 3 and I need to pick another one, I'll just pick another one off my TBR. But for now, the 3 books that I have chosen for today's video are Flawless by Elsie Silver. So excited to start the Chestnut Spring series. Twisted Love by Anna Hong. Also very excited to get into the Twisted series. And last but not least, It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover. So these are the 3 books that we will be reading for the next 24 hours. I am going to start with Twisted Love. I started it on my Kindle last night, but I only got to like chapter 2, which is so funny because I feel like every time that I tell you guys about a book, I'm like, yeah, I made it to chapter 2. Yeah, I made it to chapter 1. Like, I don't know why I make it 1 to 2 chapters in and I just stop every single time, but anyway, it is 4:26 p.m. I'm going to go ahead and start a 24-hour timer. I have it all set up to start. I have my book. Also, if you were wondering, Twisted Love is available on Kindle Unlimited. So if you don't own the book but you want to read it, that is an option for you if you have Kindle Unlimited. I genuinely recommend Kindle Unlimited to anyone. First of all, they always have like some kind of special going on to where if you are signing up for the first time, you can either get like your first 2 months free or your first 3 months free, or like your first 2 months for $2 or something like that. So you can at least try out Kindle Unlimited for a cheaper price at first and then cancel at any time. This sounds like it's sponsored. It's not. I wish it was, Amazon. So I would definitely recommend, if you have a Kindle, getting Kindle Unlimited. You can also use library apps like Libby. There's another one that Mark actually showed me that I kind of like better than Libby, to be honest. If I remember what it's called, I will tell you guys about it. This is why my videos end up being 30 to 40 minutes long, because I literally just don't stop talking. So anyway, I'm gonna start the timer, start reading, and then, oh, one last thing. Geez, as I'm talking about, I never stop talking. At the end of this video, I will also be doing 2 different review sections, one non-spoiler and then one full spoiler. I just like doing it that way because then there's a little bit of something for everyone. And clearly, I'm able to talk. So just wanted to let you know that will be at the end of this video. Okay, gonna stop talking. Let's start the timer. Let me pause the timer, an hour and I literally cannot do math. I have 22 minutes and 40, no, I have 22 hours and 45 minutes left on my timer. That means I've been reading for an hour and 15 minutes. Is that right? Because I don't know. I'm on page 50. I think it's only like I'm on chapter 5. I feel like every time that I start books, it starts off really slow for me. Like, I don't know why, but it kind of takes me a while to get into books. I just have to like feel a little bit more connected to the characters, and usually in the beginning of the book, you're just not connected. Unless it starts off like super crazy or something, but I'm honestly really liking the story so far. I always think it's so funny because a lot of these books have like grumpy, main characters, and in real life, I am like married to the most golden retriever, sweet boy. I read these books and the guy is like just a total asshole all the time, and I'm like, like, oh, he's so grumpy. So yeah, that is always funny to me, just to like see these grumpy men in these books and just swoon over them. It's just so funny. But yeah, I guess I didn't really tell you guys anything about the book if you have never read this. So far, all I know, because I don't know anything. Hold on, why am I stuttering? Why am I having such a hard time talking right now? I didn't know anything about this book going into it. If you don't know already, I really like to go into books blind. So far, all I know is that the main female character, her name is Ava, and she has a brother named Josh, I believe. Yeah, her brother's name is Josh. They are extremely close, and her older brother is very overprotective of her, like to the point that he lives in the house next door to her so that he can like keep an eye on her and like make sure that she's safe. And for some reason, her and Josh, I guess, had like a really bad childhood, and so he's like extra protective over her. It hasn't been revealed, like, do you see Coco starting to open the door? It hasn't been revealed what exactly happened in their childhood to, you know, to like make them, or to like traumatize them or whatever, but it is alluded to because apparently something happened and she can't remember anything before the age of 9 or something, which, you know, like as a trauma response, people will block out memories. So I'm assuming that it was just something really traumatic and her mind has blocked it out. But anyway, something traumatic happened. Her and her brother are extremely close, and he's very protective over her, especially because of whatever happened in their childhood. But he just left to go abroad for a year. I forget what for, honestly. I think maybe it's something for like nursing or being a doctor or something. I don't know. I don't remember. But he just left and he's going to be abroad for a year. And so he asked his best friend if he would move into his house so that he could keep an eye on his little sister for him. She just broke up with her boyfriend because she found him cheating on her. And he's been like stalking her kind of and like trying to get her to get back with him. So he's like worried about going out of the country and leaving her alone, which he does. But it turns out his younger sister, Ava, literally hates him. Alex, Josh's friend. Her brother, Josh, his best friend's name is Alex. He's like a super grumpy guy. But I think it's so funny because, like I said, Ava, she had like the trauma response thing where she like blocked out her memory before she was 9. Alex apparently also had a really traumatic childhood. Again, not much has been revealed about what happened, but he has the opposite problem. He has this medical condition where he remembers everything like in detail to the point where he can like go back, and he was saying that it's like watching his life back in a movie. Like he remembers every vivid detail, every conversation. Like he can go back in his memory as if he was there, but like with everything in his life. That's kind of cool that they are like the same but struggling with completely different things, I guess. But yeah, he is a type of character, like he's very, very overprotective. This man literally is like kind of a psycho. Like he's kind of, you know, a psycho, but in a way where it's like in the moment I would be so irritated by what he's doing, but then like you look back at it and you're like, oh, that's kind of hot. I don't know, but I am enjoying the book so far. I'm enjoying the book. I already feel more connected to the characters at this point, which usually I feel like it takes me closer to around like 100 pages into the book to really feel like in it, you know? So that's a good sign. Yeah, it is 5:48 right now. The sun just went down, and so I'm starting to feel like I want to get into cozy vibes, but I feel like once I break out my Kindle, I'm not going to want to go back to the physical book for the rest of the night. So I want to keep reading the physical book for a little bit longer before I switch to the Kindle, because then I just know that I'm going to get in bed and just tap my little heart away on the Kindle. So that is my update. I'm really enjoying the book so far, really liking the main character, Alex. I honestly really like the female main character as well, Anna. I haven't gotten like too much of her. Oh, that's what I was gonna say too. This book is dual POV. Thank you for teaching me the right term for that. I've only read one other book that was dual POV, and it was Behind the Net by Stephanie Archer, and I rated that book 5 stars. I loved having like both perspectives. I feel like it gives you more insight into the characters because you'll get like both of their thoughts about one situation motivation or whatever. So I don't know, I really like having that extra insight. I feel like it helps me connect to the characters better. So I was very excited to find out this book was dual POV because I love that, I think. So yeah, I'm just having a good time. I will probably check in with you guys when it has been like 3 hours total. I don't know the right way to like update. Like, oh no, it's okay. I guess I'll just go off of like total hours. So I'll probably check in with you guys when it has been 3 total hours out of the 24 hours. Does that make sense? Gonna keep reading and I will check in with you guys when it has been probably 3 hours. Okay, I'm gonna read. You guys, hello, I'm on chapter 8. Also, I switched to my Kindle. I was in the mood. Anyway, I got to chapter 8 and this book, first of all, enemies to lovers. I love it. I love it so much. Second of all, this is like the first hint of them like flirting in any way. And I have to say, this book is like funny. This is funny. It's intense, it's like sexy, but it's also funny. Like I'm sitting here giggling. So I'm like, oh my God, she did not. Like, oh my God, no. You know, like, this is just, I love this so much. I think last time I checked in, I was only on chapter 5. So I've only made it 3 more chapters and I'm like already 10 billion times more invested than I was. I just feel like, first of all, I love Alex. What is it about these grumpy boys that all of us girls are like swooning over them? I wish I could tell you guys about the part that I stopped at and I was like laughing at, because basically she like thought that he was saying one thing and got really embarrassed and then was like, no, and then he was like, that's not what I meant. And I was like, because now he knows what you were thinking. Oh my God. Anyway, I just could not stop like smiling and giggling at that part. So I was like, okay, I need to say something so I don't forget about this moment. This is so cutie patootie. It is. And I'm loving it so far. It has been like 45 minutes since. Does that check out? 45 minutes for, well, I guess, you know, that checks out with my earlier math. I don't know. It's been like 40 minutes since I checked in with you guys last. So I am 23% through the book. Also, let's keep going. Okay, first of all, I just want to pause the timer to talk to you guys, and I realized that I never even started it after last time we talked, but I'm on chapter 12. So I'm assuming it's been about 45 minutes since I paused it, which is great. I don't know what to do about that. Like, do I just take it off, or maybe I'll just take off like 30 minutes because it took, well, maybe it's been like 25. See, I don't know. Anyway, I opened this to say I'm an idiot because I just realized one of Ava's friends is like a princess, like her family is royalty. She has a security guard that follows her around, and this whole time they say like, yeah, Booth is behind us, like Booth is behind us. This whole time I've been thinking like, oh yeah, like her whole security team is sitting in a booth behind her. Like literally what I was thinking in my head is like Spy Kids, when there's like the the group of men that like follows what's her face around. That's what I was thinking, and I was like, oh, they just sit in a booth behind the booth that her and her friends are sitting in. I just realized that Booth is literally the guy's last name. Like I feel so dumb. Anyway, that's literally all I have to say. I'm 30% through the book. I don't know how much time I wasted, but it's fine. And I'm gonna keep reading. just took a turn that I did not see coming at all. And I don't know if it's only because I didn't read the summary, you know? I went into this blind. I did not expect this to be anywhere in the plot at all. I was like, cute, hot, steamy romance, you know? And then just out of nowhere, just plot twist. What? This is, for those of you who know, I am on chapter 29. What? Literally, what? I'm sorry. Genuinely, I don't know what else to say. I don't know what? I am thoroughly enjoying this book so far. Honestly, the plot is so much more than I anticipated because every time I hear about this voice, I just hear about, you know, the romance, which, don't get me wrong, eating up the romance, okay? The spice in this book, I just feel like is so... Alex, love him. Absolutely love him. Ava, love her. I love them together. However, the plot of the book is thickening. Slowly but surely it is thickening, and I'm like, now at this point, I have no idea what to expect for the rest of the book because I still have 40% to go. Now I want to know how far I am in the physical book. Oh my god, it's so different to hold the book and like see how far through you are because that makes me feel like I'm so much farther because on the Kindle, you know, you're just like tapping away. But then I open this and I'm like, that far? That's crazy. So I'm on page 204 on the physical book. So it says that I have 2 hours and 36 minutes in the book. I'm gonna just say it right now, I'm finishing the book. It's 10:30 right now, so I'll probably finish this book and then I kind of want to start Flawless if I have enough energy. I'm really not gonna feel guilty at all because an entire book, like, and regardless, you shouldn't feel good. Anyway, tangent number 15. I might, if I have energy, start Flawless because I feel like I'll be more motivated to like pick it up tomorrow if I have already started it. Anyway, I literally don't know how I ended up talking about that. All I wanted to say is that this is so good and it's so much more than I was anticipating. I have 18 hours and 42 minutes. That means I've been reading for 5 hours and 20 minutes, which is crazy because it does not feel like it's been 5 hours at all. It feels like it's been like an hour and a half. So yeah, I'm gonna finish this book. I probably won't check in with you guys until I am finished with this. We'll see what happens. Welcome to my kitchen. I don't know if you guys have ever been in here before. It is clearly the next day. I finished the book and honestly, I really liked it. I was absolutely eating it up, obviously. I made it like 85% or like maybe 87% through the book last night before I absolutely just passed out. And then this morning, the first thing that I did was read the book and I finished it. It took me like an hour this morning, which was honestly so nice to like see, oh, 1 hour and 15 minutes remaining in the book. So I was like, oh, that's so easy. Like I can just finish it right now. So I did. It was so good. It's so funny because I did not know anything about this book. So I had no idea that it was like a mafia romance. So when shit started going down, I genuinely was like, what? This is crazy. Not me thinking that it was just cutesy little romance, nothing to it. No, guns were pulled out. It was crazy. Absolutely insane. But I really liked it. I really liked the storyline. The ending, I wish that there was a little bit more to one of the parts. That makes sense. I'm floating between a 3.75 and a 4 because I really enjoyed the book. I had such a good time the whole time I was reading it. I really loved the characters. The one thing that's throwing me off is just the part of the end that kind of bothered me a little bit. I think on Goodreads I did mark it as a 4, but I don't know. I feel like I do need a little bit more time to decide if I'm gonna stick with 3.75 or 4. Honestly, it's not that huge of a difference to me in rating, but I feel like whenever you're like giving a book a rating, you can just feel what is the right rating. frustrating. So gonna take some more time to think about that. I then this morning did pick up Lawless. I only made it into the first chapter because honestly, my kids just really wanted to play this morning. And so I decided not to read and I just hung out with them and Mark for a little bit. We had breakfast, we made French toast sticks, and then Mark just took them to the park to play. It's already 2:27. So definitely not gonna finish the challenge today, but I think I can get a good amount of reading done today because Mark did take them to the park. He'll probably go to the park and then hang out at my mom's house for the rest of the day. That means I can just read. Part of me wants to just literally cuddle up in bed, turn all the lights off and read all day long because it's like Sunday, you know, just like chill vibes. Mark has the kids. That would be amazing. But the other part of me kind of wants to try an audiobook so that I can like listen and clean up. My only issue is they don't have Flawless in audiobook form on Kindle Unlimited. I was thinking that they had like audiobooks for free included with Kindle Unlimited, but I can't find it anywhere. So if I don't figure that out by the time I post this video, if any of you know how to do that, or like maybe I'm just misunderstanding. I was thinking that every book that was available on Kindle Unlimited also had the audiobook for free. So maybe I'm just like misunderstanding that, and that's fine. Like that's totally fine. Even without the audiobooks, Kindle Unlimited is amazing. So maybe that's just a misunderstanding on my part. But then I'm thinking like, okay, should I just read a different book then so that I can do the audiobook, or should I just be lazy? Like, or not lazy, but just like literally go read in bed instead of clean, you know? So what's a girl to do? I think I just heard the fire alarm going off. Okay. I was online and I saw this website that said 60% off for 4 months, like something, and I clicked on it. I don't know what I clicked, but then it told me that I was signed up now for Audible. So now I guess I did pay for it and I can't go back, but at least I got it like in a deal on accident though. I don't know, that was weird. That was honestly weird. I would probably be way more upset if I accidentally signed up at full price. So I'll use Audible for the next 4 months now, and then I'll probably cancel it unless I'm like really loving it. But yeah, so that happened. So yeah. Anyway, I guess now I'm gonna go in my kitchen. I just know that I'm gonna feel so much better if I get the house clean today while the kids are gone. So I'm really hoping that I like the audiobook because I feel like it'll be a game changer for me, especially like being a stay-at-home mom and liking to read. Being able to listen to it while doing other things will like absolutely change the game for me, I think. So I'm gonna go put it on out there. Hopefully I like it, and I will update you guys in a little bit. It's been 2 hours or something. I just paused the timer in the room, but then I left my phone in there and I don't want to go get it right now. Anyway, it's been, I think, around 2 hours. I have made it to page 80, I think, on the audiobook. And honestly, I feel like this is going to be such a game changer for me because also my dishwasher is going. Sorry if that's annoying. Should I move rooms? I really genuinely think that the audiobook thing is going to be a game changer for me because honestly, the hardest part and the slowest part of a book for me is the beginning. I just feel like with ADHD, it's so hard to concentrate in the beginning of the book because I'm not connected to the characters. I'm not invested in the storyline or the plot or anything. So without even noticing, I just start daydreaming, or I will be reading and not pay attention to what I'm reading and I'll have to go back and reread things, or just trying to like remember all the details, like the backstory of the characters and everyone's names and who knows who because of what, and like all that stuff is so hard for me to retain the information because I just am like not interested enough in the beginning of the book, even if I'm really excited to read the book, it's just like that's how my brain is. My brain just does not care. So I feel like starting the book in audiobook format is really smart if you have ADHD, if you think that your brain kind of works similar to me too, because I know that everyone's ADHD kind of manifests a little bit differently, like person to person basis, but if you feel similar to me, I feel like it would really help you out, because with the audiobook, I have to pay more attention to what the narrator is saying or else I will miss things. Why am I so out of breath? This is your sign that you talk too much. With the audiobook, it really helps me pay attention in the beginning of the book, because I have to pay attention to what the narrator is saying or else I will miss things. And it's not like I can go back and just reread it. Like, I left my phone in here to kind of motivate myself to pay more attention to, because I can't just easily rewind. Being on chapter 8, like, I feel like if I sat down and picked up the physical copy at this point, I would not have any issue concentrating, because at this point I am now invested in the story. I understand the characters, you know. It's also so nice to be able to read a book that you really want to read while also getting things done, and then I can sit down afterwards and then continue in the physical copy. I honestly didn't think that I would like audiobooks, but right now the audiobook says I have 7 hours and 33 minutes left. So I did finish cleaning the kitchen and the living room. I think my vacuum broke. I was in the middle of vacuuming the kitchen and it just turned off, so don't know what to do about that. I did find this pink vacuum on Amazon the other day and I wanted to buy it, but then I was like, no, I already have a vacuum, like it's fine. And then my vacuum breaks. Was this my sign to buy the pink vacuum? What's a girl to do but order the pink vacuum? So anyway, I didn't know anything about this going into it, but now I know it is about a bull rider who basically was accidentally caught on camera, not directly dissing the sponsor, but dissing the product that they make, and someone posted it online, and so now he has a lot of publicity issues and a lot of his other sponsors are starting to pull out, and so it's like threatening his career. So his management team assigned this girl, which is like the daughter of the CEO of the management team or something, but they assign her to go and live at the ranch with him until the season like finale or whatever, so that she can like keep an eye on him and make sure that he doesn't make any other mistakes. And that's basically it. Honestly, it's kind of giving me vibes similar to Behind the Net, but I feel like Behind the Net is a lot more like lighthearted. This feels like, I don't know if it's like enemies to lovers, because the main female character, Summer, doesn't seem to hate the main male character, whose name is Rhett, but he seems to really dislike her, so I don't know if that would classify as enemies to lovers, but it feels a lot more serious than Behind the Net. It's also dual POV, so I don't know if that's like a common thing in romances to be dual POV too, but I really like it. Anyway, I'm gonna stop talking because I literally don't even know why I started this clip. So I'm gonna finish cleaning, check in with you guys probably when I'm done, so it'll probably be much later. At that point, the kids will probably be home from my mom's and we'll do dinner and stuff. So I'll see you guys tonight and I'll check in with you. Okay, it has actually been like an hour. Sorry if there's like noises around. My mom's neighborhood is still being built up, so the construction workers have like their music playing and stuff. It's been like an hour. Honestly, I don't know why. I am really enjoying this book, but I'm starting to feel like, I don't know, I want to finish it, but I think it's because right now, like, this is a cute story. I really love the characters and I really love the writing, but I don't feel as like connected to it for some reason. Like Twisted Love, the storyline I don't think was as deep as this one, and I still felt more connected to the characters for some reason. So that's kind of throwing me off because I feel like I should be more connected to the characters in this book because the storyline is a little bit deeper than Twisted Love was. But yeah, for some reason I'm just like not feeling as connected, and I'm wondering if it's because how long are they gonna be backing up for? I'm wondering if it's because I read the first half of it on audiobook. I don't know, because when I was listening to it, like I was into the story, like I was into it. I didn't miss any of the parts. So I don't know why. I feel like if this is so loud for you guys right now, I'm so sorry. Anyway, I'm on page 220 out of 393. So I have like 170 pages left. So I feel like I should finish it because like I'm not that far. But also I think I'm just a little bit scarred from my Harry Potter 24-hour readathon. I'm kind of going back and forth between just taking a break on this book and ending the 24-hour challenge here, because honestly, I am proud of myself. Like, I'm very proud of myself. First of all, for me to try again so soon after my Harry Potter one, it was a little daunting, but I felt inspired. I was like, you know, I'm just gonna go with it. I had a lot less pressure on my shoulders this time, I feel like, because last time I just felt like if I didn't complete the full challenge and do it entertaining and read a lot, I just sucked. You guys played a big part in like making me feel so much better about that. It's not about how much you read, it's just about enjoying the books. And like really, I just want this to be documenting me enjoying books and like sharing my opinion and just having like reading buddies, you know? Like I genuinely, whenever I record and like read these books, I genuinely feel like I'm reading it with you guys, and I love that so much. So that's why I feel like if I'm not feeling like reading this book for another 9 hours, then I should just stop here. Honestly, I might move into my car to give my final thoughts on Twisted Love and as far as I've gotten here, because I don't know how loud it is out here and I feel like it's just, let's go to the car. Hold on. Is my car locked? Oh, it is. I have to go get my key. Or I guess I could just end it in here. Yeah, like I am a little bit disappointed not finishing the book, but like I said, I'm still proud. I'm still proud of how far I did get. I feel like that's so good for me, especially just coming out of a slump. Like I read an entire book and then got more than halfway through this one. And it's not that I'm disliking the book. I just like, I don't really want to read the rest of it right this second. Like I want to finish it, but not right now, if that makes sense. And so I don't want to force myself to, and I'm not gonna let myself feel guilty about it. I'm just not gonna let myself, because we're being more positive here. I told you guys, no mental breakdowns in this 24-hour challenge, because this is my revenge tour, and I feel like I got revenge. I'm honestly really proud of myself. So ending on a positive note, I think I decided that for Twisted Love, I'm gonna stick with 4 stars because I really liked the characters. The storyline did get me. Not like it was crazy plot twists, but it was very engaging and I didn't see it coming at all. And maybe that's because I went into the book blind, so I didn't know it was a mafia romance, but I really liked the storyline. The only thing that I didn't absolutely love was the ending, because apparently in a lot of romances, there's what's called like the 3rd act breakup. And so, you know, this book did have a 3rd act breakup, and I didn't love the way the book ended, but I liked all the way up until, I mean, it was a good ending. I just wish that there was more included in the ending, I guess is what I'll say. Like, I wish that there was, I don't know if that makes sense, because honestly, like, I know people say a lot of times that the 3rd act breakups are kind of over like really stupid reasons, but I feel like this 3rd act breakup reason was like a very big reason, but then the resolution was not a big resolution. It was kind of just brushed over, and I felt like it needed better resolution than it had. I feel like that's the best way to explain it without like spoiling anything. But overall, it was a great book. The spice was good to me. It wasn't like too overwhelming, but it was a lot. It was definitely one of the spicier books that I've read, but it wasn't the spiciest book that I've read. I mean, I don't want to say that because then it sounds like it's not. It's very spicy. So I'll just leave it at that. But the plot was good. Like there still was a plot there. To me, it was a big part of the book. I've heard people say that they didn't think that there was enough of a plot, but in my opinion, I feel like the plot was also good. The character development was good. I really liked the banter between characters. Yeah, so I rate Twisted Love 4 stars. I would definitely recommend that. I'm very, very excited to get into the rest of the Twisted series though. I've heard that the second one, which I think is Twisted Games. Let me look it up actually, because I want to know. Okay, yeah, the second book is Twisted Games, and I'm honestly really excited to read that. If you did want to read the Twisted series, also, I think I did mention this before, but that also is available on Kindle Unlimited. So if you do have Kindle Unlimited, you can read that for free. And Flawless is available. I think the entire Chestnut Springs series is on Kindle Unlimited, so that's really nice. But yeah, that's kind of my final thoughts for Twisted Love. As for Flawless, I can only say so much because I'm only just over halfway through. I would say maybe I'm like 60% through, just like looking at it and guessing. Honestly, I'm really liking it. The one thing that I will say about Elsie Silver is I love her writing style. It feels very Like some books you read it and you feel like you're in a story. This book, I just feel like it feels like real life, if that makes sense. Like there's parts of the book where they have like text conversations and the dialogue just feels very real, if that makes sense. And I love the banter between characters. Like so many parts actually had me laughing. Like I thought it was so funny, and I really like the two main characters. I really like their relationship. It is like a lot of build up, like especially coming from reading Twisted Love. Twisted Love got to the romance so much quicker, and this book is a little longer, so that does make sense. It's definitely slow burn, but it's not that romance is in there. That's like specifically spice. Like there's definitely, what's that called? There's not like friction between the two main characters, tension. There's definitely like tension between the two main characters. It's so funny that I'm stopping at this part actually, because I'm pretty sure I'm stopping at like the tipping point of where they go from friends to lovers. But I don't know. I'm trying to be more okay with not forcing myself to read when I don't want to read. And I probably will finish this book later on this week because I'm planning on doing the challenge where you like try to read 200 pages a day every day, because I feel like that would be fun. And that way I can just kind of like mood read, because I don't have to like read a certain genre for a week. Like I can read whatever I want. It's just like read this many pages. So I feel like that would be fun and like good for me. So I might pick this up later this week and finish it at some point. I also might pick up Fourth Wing this week because the second book is coming out in just a couple of days, and I'm so excited to get into that. Definitely be on the lookout for like a mood reading vlog, the 200 page challenge vlog, Fourth Wing vlog. I think I'm definitely going to post a full spoiler vlog, and possibly I might either do it in one vlog or post 2 reading vlogs of Fourth Wing and Iron Flame, like one full spoiler and one non-spoiler. So yeah, a lot of good content coming up. Make sure to subscribe so that you don't miss any upcoming content from me. I really appreciate you guys watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next one.